Hello everyone. I have been receiving questions about fasting. As you know, the traditional Muslims month of Ramadan, or the Umayyad month of Ramadan, is fast approaching. So I've been getting these questions that I have already answered a long time ago in various videos. So I wanted to make this video about how to fast in accordance to the Quran, in accordance to the Bible, in accordance to the Old Testament, Torah. I have all the videos that you need in order to be able to perform your fast in a manner that is pleasing to your Creator. So if you go to my channel, and if you go under the playlist here, then you're at this page where the playlist is, and this playlist, the title is Fasting According to the Quran. Then you're going to see videos from 3 years ago. The first video is, does the Quran command us not to eat and drink while fasting in Ramadan? This is very detailed video. There's a shorter version of this, is Muslims don't fast in Ramadan according to the Quran. 6 minutes, very quick. But if you want something detailed, I recommend the first one. And then the third video, the original Quranic fasting, it's really nice. It tells you a lot more, gives you a lot more information, but also is short and sweet so that you can actually understand more about fast. And then there's another video about an example of someone who tried to do the fast. Is that, as you know, obviously fasting initially was both day and night. And had it been a fast of not eating or drinking, it means everyone would have died. And no one could have fasted initially in Islam up until the time that Allah gave the believers a discount, or diminished the time of fasting, basically eliminated the fasting during the night and kept the fasting during the day. So I just wanted you to see that people actually have tried to do that, and they have obviously died, as you know. And then there was a challenge that I had for all Muslims to prove in the Quran that fasting is actually about not eating and drinking. It's about abstinence from eating and drinking. And I actually explained the fasting again in this video. And this challenge, as of today, nobody has been able to take me up on this challenge. And nobody will be able to take me up in this challenge, because it's not in the Quran. How could you do something that it's not there? The only fallback that they have is that they have to go back to the hadith, to the hearsay, he said, she said, according to the Bukhari, according to the Muslims, according to that book of hadith. That's the only evidence that they have. And obviously rumors and hearsay and he said, she said can never be an evidence anyway. And then you can watch actually the questions and answers. A lot of the questions that you have, I listed many questions here in this video. A lot of questions about fasting, and I answered them. So these are the things that I constantly get, these questions, and I have already answered them here in this video. Next video I talked about, is it really beneficial to fast by not eating or drinking? Because people come and say, oh, it's very beneficial for us not to eat and drink because actors do it, actresses do it. I mean, it's amazing. Well, actors and actresses do it to lose weight and be in shape. So what does it even mean? What has it got to do with the Quranic fasting, with the spiritual fasting? If something has health benefit, does it mean that we have to do it? Does it mean that Allah has to decree that? It has to be a decree from Allah if something has health benefits. For example, working out in the gym has even more health benefits than intermittent fasting. Does it mean that we have to do it? I mean, it's not about what is good or bad. It's about the will of Allah. It's about His command. It's about what Allah wants. That's the thing. You have to be able to separate that. There's so many things that are good for you in this world, and so many things that are not good for you in this world. It's not about that. It's about what Allah decreed, and we have to abide by it. We have to do what He says. We have to be obedient to our Creator. We have to submit to Him. Not that say, oh, you know what, working out is very beneficial. Fasting is working out. or just not eating and drinking causes me to lose weight, so it's very beneficial. And also, by the way, those intermittent fasting has nothing to do with Islamic fasting. In Islamic fasting, you don't eat or drink. In that intermittent fasting, you're drinking water, you're drinking tea, you're drinking juices all day. It's completely different. So I don't understand how X and Y are equal in this case. And then in another video, I actually explain what it means if you interpret the Quran in accordance with what Muslims believe. What does it mean? Because you have to read the whole verse. There's a couple of verses over there. If you interpret it, you can realize that it just doesn't even make sense. If fasting was about not eating or drinking, and if that verse was about sexual activity during fasting, then it doesn't even make sense, because later on it talks about mosques and not having intercourse in the mosques and things like that, which doesn't even make sense at all. I also have another video explaining the meaning of Ramadan. When is Ramadan in 2023, and of course in 2024, it's always the same time after the fall equinox, and it's the first month of fall. That's when Ramadan is. And then again, another video, fasting by not eating and drinking, because some people again claim that fasting by not eating and drinking has a lot of health benefits, which is absolutely not the case. So I have actually put it over there. I have a video about that. And then there's another video, questions and answers. And then there is the biblical fasting, which is the exact same as the Quranic fasting. So I have that video as well, and you can actually see that the fasting in the Old Testament is the same as the fasting in the Quran, and that's exactly what Quran says. Is your fasting is just like the fasting of the people before you. So if the people before us were fasting by not talking to any other human beings, that means our fasting must have been the same way. And if you are fasting by not eating and drinking, and people in the Bible, there's examples over there, there's commandments over there that you have to fast by not talking to any human beings, and your fasting is not the same fasting. The fasting of not eating or drinking is not in the Bible. It's not in the Old Testament. So where are you going? I don't understand. It's so obvious. And then obviously there are videos about is basically Ramadan determined by observing crescent moons, and I have answered that question. And also exact number of days in a month, which month of Ramadan is also a month as well. It's how many days it is. So it's always the same number. It's 30 days. Anyway, so all you need is here. Peace and blessings to all of you.